Good morning, everyone. This is All Media Access News. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell for future updates and live streams. Um, I really appreciate everyone tuning in. Definitely been very supportive and encouraging, especially during Justice for Junior and keeping him in your prayers and his family in your prayers, of course. Yesterday, I made a video about the five suspects that were on trial, which was the first trial. There's still 9 others that will be sentenced on a separate trial, um, but the first five have received life, um, except one of them that got 23 years, but still a long time that they're facing, and Jonake Martinez and Jose Munez were throwing up gang signs during the sentencing. They try to apologize for their actions, but Leandra did not accept their apologies. She definitely just wants her son back, and apologies are not gonna bring them back. Now there's still 9 others that have to face um, trial and still have to be sentenced for second degree murder, which they could still get anywhere from 15 to life. For taking part on what happened to Junior. For those that don't know, Junior's birthday is next month on 11/11. He was 15 years old when they did this to him. Chasing him down and going inside of the store, and Michael Sosa confronted him, and Kevin Alvarez was the one that dragged him out and started hitting him, brutally attacking him. And Jonake Martinez is the one that gave Junior the final blow. So they gave him life without parole. To me, these guys have no sympathy, no remorse for their actions. It's like they felt good about what they did. Jose Munoz stated that Junior was with someone when one of um, the suspects, gang members, um, was shot in the eye. So at first they tried to make it seem like it was a misidentity, but it wasn't. They just wanted to attack Junior because they felt like he was there, so they wanted to retaliate and make a name for themselves. On Antonio Santiago, his family was devastated after he was sentenced to 25 years to life, stating that he didn't kill Junior. But what people don't understand is that even if you didn't touch him, you still played the part. You were there. Kevin Alvarez testified. Michael Sosa testified. The young female, um, which her name is Stephanie, I'm not sure if she testified. Um, she was on a sex tape 2 years before this ever happened to Junior. They try to make it seem like Junior was involved in that when he wasn't. So in the beginning, it was a lot of misleading uh, information that the media was giving, but everything in the dark always comes out to the light. And at this point, we just want justice for Junior, and his family is still devastated. At the end, when all of this is over, Junior's still gone, and these guys are in prison for nearly the rest of their life, and they still have a chance to live, while Junior is no longer here. But we all will keep him in our hearts and our prayers, and continue to speak up until justice is served. Shayla said they should get life. They should never get out of prison. Hey, Kim, good morning. So it's definitely been devastating. Leandra and Lisandro, Junior's dad, were at a press conference yesterday, and Junior's mom didn't want, like I said, any apologies. She's not gonna accept it. Paola said, "Rest in peace, Junior." Yes, absolutely. I'm going to definitely visit Junior at the cemetery, like I've done numerous times. Um, and I'm gonna go to his mural. And I'll make sure that I document everything because there's a lot of people that don't live in New York. But if you live in New York and you ever want to visit Junior at the cemetery, you could just leave a comment below, and I'll let you guys know um, what cemetery he's in and what gate to go to. Shayla, how you doing? I'm doing all right, hanging in there, one day at a time. Now, the 9 other suspects, will be facing more than 15 years. Nobody's gonna get away. And right now, they just apprehended 6 other suspects because there was a 14-year-old kid that was stabbed also, besides what happened to Junior. You know, these people have committed, a lot of crimes, and, the NYPD's definitely been cracking down on them, and taking them down one by one. Diego Suavo, when he was no longer the leader, somebody replaced him. And he was on WhatsApp, and the NYPD was able to track that. You know, social media is, it belongs to the government, for people that don't know. So everything you write, everything you say, every conversation is recorded. So there's definitely more people that are gonna face judgment that are in the same gang. The NYPD just recently did a raid and arrested 5 gang members from the same gang that killed Junior. You know what I mean? So I definitely want justice just like everyone else. You know, going through the marchings and the protesters, and the gatherings. Junior's mom has been very strong. She's been very strong, and she wants her son back. He had a bright future ahead of him. He was young. He didn't deserve for this to happen to him. Me, I'm just, I am upset about the fact that Kevin Alvarez is not facing any time because he decided to testify against the defendants. But he dragged Junior out the store while hitting him, you know. But I guess the law has a way of working, where even if someone took part, if they're willing to testify, I guess they'll use them and give them a plea deal. Michael Sosa was the one that confronted Junior in the store. Then they said that he fled to Dominican Republic, and then they were saying that they flew him back, so he's under protective custody. And the young girl that supposedly Junior was mistaken, as being on a sex tape, she's a foster child. So, you know, nobody wins in this case. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's justice, but we no longer have Junior. You know what I mean? And these guys, they think it's a joke, and they have no sympathy or remorse. Like I said, um, Antonio's Santiago's family would screaming out that he didn't kill Junior. But I guess people don't understand the law. Like, even if you were there, you took part, you're in the same gang, like, you thought that you wasn't gonna be sentenced also and put away. Like, that's just how the law works here in New York. You know what I mean? And I, I would I would really like to see justice for Kanika Jenkins as well. And Kendrick Johnson. We all saw what happened to Joshua Brown. I mean, definitely want justice for them as well. Kevin and Michael should have got life too. They got away with murder. I mean, yeah, they may have gotten away here on Earth, but you know, there's no judge bigger than God, and we all know that you just don't get away with anything. Everything you do on Earth, you will be sentenced on Judgment Day. The thing is, these guys, where they're gonna show their face. You know, the people, the suspects that did this to Junior, if they're not U.S. citizens, after they do the years in prison, they'll be sent to where they came from. I mean, so I just want people to continue to pray for Junior and you know and continue to want justice for him. You know what I mean? It was not easy. I remember being in the courtroom, sitting on the same row with Junior's dad, mom, sister, brother, grandmother, his family, and the suspect's family would just, you know, badmouth and talk loud and be cursing and being really rude, and they were really confident that these guys were gonna get away because these suspects were pleading not guilty in the beginning. They all pleaded not guilty, and now they want remorse and sympathy. Judge Leary, he didn't want to hear it. He said no excuse. He clearly said it. The real Dominicans come here, they work hard, they they take care of their family. They don't just go around hurting people. And it's the same. It's the same way with people that come from any country. There's people that come here and work hard. It doesn't matter. You're not supposed to come here and commit crimes and think that you're gonna get away with it. It's completely unacceptable. You know. But it's been almost 17 months since Junior has been gone. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely gonna do my best to try to be there at the second trial. In the beginning, I was going to court, you know, but then I had a foot injury and then I had surgery. But I've tried to do my best to keep everyone updated on what's going on. But I just, don't respect the fact that the suspects that were sentenced yesterday, they took it as a complete joke. Like I said, Jonaki Martinez and Jose Munoz were throwing up gang signs during the sentencing. Like they were proud of what they did. How's your foot doing? It's doing a lot better. Thank God. I mean, it's still a process. Out of 100%, I'm about 75%. But God is good. I've always been a good person, and I always put God first in my life, and I always stay positive no matter what situation I'm in. You know, That's, I said now they're treating Joshua like a criminal justice for. Yeah, Joshua was no criminal. You know what I mean? He did the right thing by testifying, and the result of that, instead of them putting him in, protection, they didn't. I mean? I feel like this was also Amber Geiger could win her appeal and be released from prison. A lot of people are upset about the fact that the judge was hugging her in court. You know, I don't understand what that was all about, but they were definitely hugging him.
How that leg, bro? That leg better?
Yeah.
Cause I'm A too, by the way, yo.
Oh, I'm Jay.
Alright. Good, man. Get better.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I hope your foot gets better soon. I will be praying for you. Thank you, Sheila. I really appreciate that. I'm trying, so it's definitely justice for Junior, and I'm gonna make sure that I keep everyone updated. Um, I will be going to the cemetery. I'll document it. I know a lot of you guys that don't live in New York at least to get the chance to see it. You know what I mean? I've um, I've ran into Junior's dad a few times there, so it's not an easy feeling. But I'm gonna continue to do everything that I can to update everyone on accurate information. If I don't have anything, then I'm not gonna put it out there. But I've made a lot of videos. Can you go live at the cemetery? Yeah, absolutely. I will be doing that. What I'll do is I'll make a video letting people know that I'm heading there, and then I'll actually go on live while I'm heading there. I have to take two buses to get there. So, but like I said, I made a lot of videos about justice for Junior since the beginning. So a lot of people that may have missed things, and you want to go back to the beginning till now, I've been able to put information, about the store. A lot of people thought that the man that was that could have helped Junior when this happened to him was actually the store owner. He's just a worker. The store owner is a female, is a woman that owns five other stores. I didn't see. I'm not even like I don't even think he testified. There was a lot of people that didn't testify, and to be honest, what still bothers me is the fact that Velez, the young man that text Junior asking him for $5. That's something that's always gonna stay in the back of my mind because instead of him coming to get the $5, I feel like he lured Junior out. If he went and text Junior asking him for money, I don't think this would have happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Why would you text him late at night to ask him for money when you know that you dated Junior's sister at one point? So you were treated like family. You know what I'm saying? So I think if he went and had text Junior, or even if he would have met up with Junior and would have took him back home, this wouldn't have happened. But he was saying that he was scared. I really don't understand that. So there's still missing pieces about this whole thing. Um, I'm glad that there is justice, but at the same time, why would Velez text Junior that late at night for $5 and have Junior bring it to him instead of him going to get it? You know what I'm saying? That's the question that still um, stays on the back of my mind. You know what I mean? But he's also being protected. You know what I'm saying? He dated Junior's sister at one point. He knew Junior as a little kid, younger than 15. So I'm upset about that. I'm still upset about Michael Sosa not being sentenced. Kevin Alvarez playing a part. Michael Sosa. But I guess with their testimony and them testifying, you know, they're not gonna face anything. I don't think it's fair, but that's just how the justice system works. I guess, if there's 15 people and they could get two people to snitch on 13 other people and tell the truth on other people, then they won't get the same amount of time. They won't even get any time at all. So I know that God is in control of this whole situation. But you have been a true friend to Junior from day one. Absolutely, absolutely. I grew up around where Junior lived for almost 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I had lost a friend that was shot in the head 2 years before this happened to Junior. That area is a bad area. They were supposed to turn that store where this happened to Junior into a community center for kids, but instead they just reopened the store. I had made a video of me going inside the store. You know what I mean? I've dedicated, my time to document everything and bring everyone all the information that they needed to know, so the news and the media wouldn't mislead you. You know what I mean? So I was definitely important. And I'm gonna continue to do so. You know what I mean? But we do know that Junior wanted to be a police officer. He was a very smart kid with a bright future and loved by his family. Wags Dog was good, bro. A community center would have been better. Yeah, especially in that area. Like I said, I lived around that area 20 years. You know what I'm saying? If they would have opened up a community center, then for sure. Was Kevin Alvarez sentenced? No, he wasn't sentenced. He was he was used to testify against the other defendants, which is disturbing to me because he dragged Junior out the store while hitting him. You know what I'm saying? See, these guys didn't think about the consequences. All they were concerned about was catching whoever was responsible for one of their gang members being shot in the eye. I don't think it was a misidentity at all. They felt like Junior was with someone when one of their gang members was shot in the eye. So, like retaliation. Jose Munoz clearly stated that he wanted revenge for what happened to one of their gang members. They thought they weren't going to get caught. Shit. Well, they definitely thought wrong. They definitely thought wrong. The law here in the United States, they do not play. In New York, the NYPD is cracking down. Like, you cannot get away with anything. People don't understand social media is used against you, not for you, against you. So everything you type, everything you say, you know, everything you do, any type of criminal activities, they're gonna crack down on it. And they will catch you. Like I said, they were looking for 10 more suspects from the same gang, and so far they have 5 people. And one of them was doing stuff through WhatsApp, which I posted his picture on my post on YouTube. Vibes Chola. Good morning.
Like it was not. I said my bed is still intact. My bed did not fall apart. I can move it and everything.
I played a story with that girl that said it was fake. Jose Munoz put it out. I don't know if that's true. The well, the girl's name is Stephanie. Um, to be honest with you, me personally, I do believe that she did set Junior up because she needed someone to blame. Um, Jose Munoz just took actions in his own hands, um, and he stated that he wanted to retaliate for what happened to one of his gang members that was shot in the eye. Supposedly it was two people, and Junior was with the guy that shot one of the gang members in the eye. Supposedly. But what bothers me the most, like I said, is that someone that was really close to Junior and dated Junior's sister, his name is Velez, um, he texts Junior late at night asking him for $5. Instead of going to get the $5, he texted him to bring the $5 to him. And then when Junior brought the $5 to him, instead of him taking Junior back home, he didn't. He said he was scared because he's seen about 60 gang members from the same gang jump someone. So he was scared. I mean, still don't understand that. Then I saw him on the news where he did an interview, but he didn't seem sympathetic at all. At all. A lot of people talk about justice for Junior, but you got to speak on what's the truth, what's really going on. Did you see the interview with Jason Velez? He said it was for the, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Jason Velez. He texted Junior, and I did see that interview. He stated that it was for weed, like, come on now. Why he didn't say that from the very first beginning? I don't believe Junior was smoking weed. Come on now. I feel like he made that part up. Remember, Junior lost his phone. Did they ever recover his phone? When Michael Sosa was on the run, I made a video um, where I called the district attorney asking about Michael Sosa. I called, no one answered. I left a voicemail. I never got a call back. I mailed a letter and received anything back. So it was becoming very fishy from the beginning that Sosa was going to be used as a witness. Yes, she's a liar, and you can see on the video that the guy isn't Junior. Yeah, that wasn't Junior. They was just trying to mislead people from the beginning. But everything in the dark came out to the light. I wonder who has his phone. Well, that's a good question. And even if they didn't find his phone, they could have tracked down the phone through his phone number. Everything that we text, everything that we do, everything that we say could be easily traced through your phone number. I wonder who has his phone. One of them was Junior's. One of them has Junior's phone. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The phone, they could have traced the text message. Why did Jason Velez text him that late at night when he used to date Junior's sister for $5 supposedly? First it was for something to eat, then it became for weed. I mean, how many stories are you gonna freaking give? I just don't understand. The young girl, she was in Forster. Her father, there's an order of protection out on her father, so her father has to stay away from her. He was devastated when he saw that his daughter was in a sex tape. I mean, unbelievable. Bin Laden, how you doing? I appreciate you tuning in. For those that are are here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe so you can stay updated um, on Justice for Junior and you know other videos that I put up. Um, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button. ¿Cómo está? Please. Make sure you guys subscribe to Vibes with Chola's YouTube videos. She's also very inspiring and has an amazing channel. So Jason Velez he no longer lives here in New York. Michael Sosa is under witness protection. Kevin Alvarez under witness protection. The young girl, I'm not sure if she's under witness protection, but God will definitely handle those that didn't face judgment here on earth. You know what I'm saying? Mary Murphy has done an amazing job in reporting Justice for Junior, and she's dedicated her time. You know what I mean? I did get the chance to meet Junior's mom. She's a very strong person. I've gotten the chance to speak to her a few times. So, you know, she's a strong person, but I don't think anyone is ever strong enough when they lose a child, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, these suspects decided to apologize, but she doesn't want an apology. She wants her son back. She believes that these suspects' actions took her child, and she doesn't want to hear an apology. You know what I mean? Neither does his dad, Lisandro. But yesterday, 5 suspects were sentenced from life to parole all the way down to 23 years. And 9 other suspects will be on trial facing second-degree murder. So they could still either get life or 15 of life, but they still gonna be sentenced. And then besides that, they searching for 10 more suspects, and 5 already have gotten caught after a raid the NYPD did at 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? None of these guys have sympathy or remorse for what they did. And they may plead not guilty, but the district attorney has done an amazing job. I've been in the courtroom. She's done an amazing job. The first trial took a while for these guys to be sentenced, because it's like their lawyers were looking for excuses to extend the time. But justice was served. I will always keep Junior, mom, and dad in my praise. Really appreciate that. You know what I mean? Make sure our members are matching the thumbs up. Please hit. Yeah, definitely, if we could get the thumbs up, that'd be great. You know what I'm saying? If you could share the videos so people out there that are seeking information and updates can get it. You know what I mean? If you have Twitter or whatever social media you have, we could definitely spread the word. You know what I mean? Were you at the court case for Junior? Yes, I was. I went to court for Junior a few times. I've been to court. I've been to protesters, gatherings, a cemetery. Everything is documented. If you guys go back to the beginning when I first started making videos and updating people, you'll get a lot of information. You know, I kept it very real and straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? There were a few disturbing things that I spoke about that that I don't think was cool, but you guys could go back to that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ever wanna catch up, I really don't wanna talk about it right now because justice is being served, and you know I just had a lot to say about it. You know what I mean? What are they doing for Junior's? I'm not sure right now, but I would definitely let you guys know what they'll do for Junior's birthday, which is November 11th. He was a Scorpio. My birthday is October 29th. His birthday is 13 days after.
I don't even have two pencils or two
So he was a Scorpio also.
and I have a t-shirt on me.
Us Scorpios, we like to smile, laugh, we have a good heart. You know, wax. My foot it's getting better. It's about 75% better. So that's why I also missed court because I got into a foot injury. Hi Jay. Hey Stacy. What the fuck? Excuse my language. Yeah, I'm actually walking without the crutches now. Amanda said, I'm from New York. You walking without a crutch? Yeah, I'm walking without the crutches. Thank God. I actually have my other sneak on, which is good. Make sure you guys also tune into Wax Stories, our YouTube channel as well. But there definitely has been justice for Junior. See, a lot of people, we all wanted justice right away, and we always have to keep in mind that God is not on our time. We're on His time. You know what I'm saying? We are in God's time. And you could tell that the devil's working because he knows his time is near. He's definitely working, misleading this generation. Look at everything you see on TV, you hear music. Jose Munoz was making music, you know. He was making music, but then when he got to court, he didn't want to show his face. There was a time where none of these suspects wanted to show their face. They were asking for their faces to be covered. They didn't want cameras inside the courtroom. I mean, you don't want to show your face, but you made rap videos. And you swore to be some thug that you really wasn't. What happened to your foot? Or a manhole cover had fell on my foot, and I ended up having surgery. And this happened on July 11th, and on July 18th, I had surgery. What the heck is going on? So even though it may take a little while longer for the 9 other suspects to face judgment, just know that they're gonna face judgment. They're not gonna get away with anything that happened to Junior. They're all involved. You know what I'm saying? They're all involved, and they're gonna face time. You know, you do the crime, you gotta do the time, right? Junior will never come back. You know what I'm saying? Never come back. That's what breaks my heart the most. I mean, when this first happened to him, it got out. And I want people to know that what happened to Junior has happened to a lot of people, a lot of kids. The only difference is that in Junior's case, it was recorded. You know, it was recorded. If I don't think if it would have had gotten, if it would have had been recorded, I don't think it would have went viral. I have a t-shirt business. Do you accept merch? Yes, I do accept merch. I'm actually trying to start my own website as well, but there's still a lot that I have to learn. You know, I still have to learn how to like edit videos and start my own website and stuff. But absolutely, and if you guys have a YouTube channel as well, you know, I could definitely shout it out. Whatever I could do to help you guys in return, you know, I definitely will. You know, I'm a very supportive person, and as much as I can. New York should pay you for your pain and suffering. WG forever. Good morning. You know, I do plan to collab with a few YouTubers. You know, there was a video that went viral about a 67-year-old lady that was brutally attacked on the bus in the Bronx. Um, you know, that was definitely devastating. I came out on the news a few times, and it came out on the radio station and the newspaper, and I was contacted by an agency that controls the media, wanting my story and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I've also come out on the news for Justice for Junior as well on Channel 7. That's also one of my videos on my channel. You guys can check it out. You know, I've also ran into subscribers. Um, you know, that really do appreciate everything I do, and I'm sure you guys also. So, you know, I am very appreciative. Bye, ¿cómo está? Okay, sounds good. How do I get in contact with you? Let's see. Well, my email is JAYRIV as in Victor ERA 326 at gmail.com. That's terrible. That's terrible what they did to that. Yeah, it is. It really is. You know, I was able to interview her after it happened. You know, I wanted to make sure she was okay, and I'm in hopes of running into her again. With that story, I had came out on Channel 12. Someone, a reporter by the name of Jessica Cunning. She interviewed me, a Spanish channel as well, Channel 47, had interviewed me. Almost every news channel had contacted me through YouTube. And New York Post and the Daily News. I did speak to Mary Murphy. I have her direct contact. So Well, the lady that this happened to, you know, I haven't been in contact with her again, but I'm sure that she's aware of the story being brought out. The two young females that attacked her, they still haven't been arrested. Amanda said, okay, I will be in contact with you guys. Okay. So it's been really devastating, you know what I mean? But the video is on my YouTube channel, you know. Wherever she is, I keep her in my prayers, and I just hope that doesn't happen to anyone ever again. That lady could have been someone's mother, grandmother, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to walk away from things, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, people don't know how to respect their elders. Sometimes you just gotta walk away from things. If why would you go back and forth and argue with somebody? You know what I'm saying? And it leads to a conflict, and it getting physical. It makes no sense. Why? Can't you just walk away? Like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand it. Us minorities killing each other, harming each other, it's never gonna change anything. If there was no guns and no drugs and no violence, it wouldn't be, police wouldn't be in control of everything. You know what I'm saying? If we was to unite as one, no matter the race, the gender, the nationality, the race, the lifestyle, everyone is equal. God made us in his own image. This generation now, they feel like they have a lot to prove. There's nothing to prove. Just be yourself. And when the suspects that did this to Junior, is like that's what they were trying to do, build a reputation. They've been hurting people for a long time, and everything caught up to them. If they would have pleaded guilty from the beginning, maybe, just maybe, would have gotten forgiven. But no, they're not guilty. They were laughing in court. Their family members were laughing at Junior's family and mimicking and being being disrespectful in court. I've been inside the courtroom, you know what I mean? But I'll never be able to understand why Jason Velez texted Junior that late at night, asking him for $5, supposedly for weed. At first it was for something to eat, now it was for weed. I mean, where's Junior's phone? Where they can prove that this was actually said. Like, we're getting justice, yes. The suspects are facing judgment, but I still feel like there's a lot of information that's not being brought out there. And I don't want people to be misled, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to go back to the beginning, till now, to fully understand what happened. And that's all I've been trying to do from the beginning. Yes, you can't keep doing wrong and think you won't get caught. You ain't lying about that. But Junior's mom, she's been a strong person. You know, I'm sure that it hurts her, and she just wants her son back. How is she supposed to feel sympathy and remorse for the guys that did this to her son? Like, They want people to feel sympathy for them now and feel remorse for them. You guys pleaded not guilty from the beginning and were very disrespectful in court, smiling and smirking and laughing. And now you want remorse. Now you want to write an apology to the judge. The judge wasn't trying to hear that. Judge Leary, he just was not having it. He didn't want to hear their poor excuse, as we call it. You know what I mean? You know, Junior had a whole life ahead of him. But like I said, there's still 9 other suspects that are to be sentenced. You know, where they're facing second-degree murder. That's still a tough charge. That's how the district attorney is doing it. 2 separate um, trials instead of all at once. Even though we wanted it all at once, the justice system is just not going to charge you for something if they can't bring you down for it. But they're working really hard. The DA she's worked really hard. The judge has been very tough. And there has been a lot of tips where people have been giving, if they see these suspects or know where they are, to report them. You know what I'm saying? But justice is definitely being served. And it's still a long road ahead. But at least 5 have been sentenced already. Still 9 more to go. And of course, I'm always going to be bothered about the fact that Kevin Alvarez, Michael Sosa won't get the same amount of time that these 5 other suspects got. I still won't be able to understand why Jason Velez texted Junior that late at night. I feel like he lured them to come out. You ask for $5 for something to eat. Then you say it's for weed. And then he comes out, and then instead of you walking him back, you don't. It just doesn't add up. Then he said that Junior's phone rung while he was out there. They try to even say that Junior was in a gang. Junior wasn't in no gang. They just made up so many things to try to mislead people and try to paint the picture like Junior was a bad person. He was not. I was able to meet people that knew Junior since he was a little kid. And he was loved and cared by a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. The area that Junior lived in, that wasn't an easy neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not here in New York, it's everywhere. Every hood got a ghetto, right? Every state and city has 2 sides. A good side and a bad side. That's why I say when they brag about New York, they show the big lights, the buildings, the freaking sports stadiums. They show all the great sides. But then when it comes to the bad side, the hood and the ghetto, they don't want to show you that. They don't. So I'm gonna do my best to go to those areas and those neighborhoods so people can see how New York really is, and I'll get the chance to interview people as well. I have plans to collaborate with a few YouTubers, and bring some type of awareness. Jay, I said before, they don't need to walk. All of them need to be put to death. I mean, I can understand. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same exact way. But God is in control. You know what I mean? And to be in a prison cell for the rest of your life, hmm, and then the prisons that they're gonna be going to, I'm sure that inmates are up there waiting for their arrival. So it's gonna be hell to pay. There's no more, uh, you know, there's no more protection for these guys. They're on their own now. So we'll never hear about what happens to them while they're upstate. Those five, we won't hear about them. I highly doubt it if something were to happen to them up there. I don't wish bad on anybody, but in this case, we don't know how they're gonna feel up there. We don't know their mindset. So the only thing on my mind is Junior getting justice. And Junior's mom feeling some type of closure. You know, when are you going? When are you going to the? Um, I plan to start an organization called Each One Teach One. God willing, when I get back on my feet and I'm able to have a few meetings with a few important people and see if they can help me start this organization. I want to start it for single parents. I want to be able to go to juvenile detentions and correctional facilities and be like a mentor. When are they going to prison? Well, they've already been sentenced, so I wouldn't be surprised if they already sent them up there. I guess the justice system has to figure out what prison they're gonna put them in. But it's a done deal. It's over for them. It's over. They can't even appeal. How are they gonna appeal? This case took so long. It's finally over with for these five defendants. So they have a right to appeal, but winning an appeal, we all know that's not gonna happen. But when I do get a chance and I go to the cemetery, I will document it, and go back to where his mural is, and show you guys that they changed the street name after Junior as well. Junior's mom no longer lives in that area. She did move. Right? She did move, so which is the best thing to do. You know what I mean? There's too many bad memories. So it's just sad. You know what I mean? And then the hospital that Junior was in is where Junior's mom was working. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this whole thing's just devastating. You know what I'm saying? Really devastating. But there will be a second trial that will be held for 9 other defendants to face second-degree murder, and we definitely want justice for Junior. I'd like to see the resting place. Of course, WG5, I'll definitely do that. I've done it in the past, so I plan to do it again. And I just want you guys to continue to keep Junior in your prayers. I'm about to get off this live, I really, really do appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in and being encouraging and supportive and, keeping Junior in your prayers and his mom and family in your prayers. And God bless each and every one of y'all, Protect yourself always, stay positive, stay away from negativity, never take life for granted.
And you recovery.
It wasn't bad for over the place. It was bad for me. I needed to go.
And sure, absolutely. God bless each and every one of y'all. And till my next live, I hope y'all have a great weekend and definitely a great day. And stay blessed. This is All Media Access News. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell for future updates and live streams. Peace.